All right, this video is going to be about Microsoft Teams and some additional features to support instruction. And so I'm logged into Office 365 and I've clicked Teams on the left-hand menu, and we're going to use my demo class called 4th grade core class. So I select that class and the dashboard for Teams opens up to the posts, which shows the conversation with the newest conversation posts always going to the bottom in Microsoft Teams. So a couple things that I want to show you that might be a little bit more advanced, maybe not, but if we are in the 4th grade core class and now I'm clicked on the general channel, way over here in the top right are 3 dots. And when I click the 3 dots, I can get this option, get a link to the channel. So this gives me a URL that I can copy and I can share with my students in a social media feed or in a slideshow or something that's presented at the beginning of the class, so I can get them straight to the channel that I want them to be in for the class that I want them to be in. I can do the same thing with any one of these channels. If I click on a channel, I can go up to the 3 dots in the top right and I can get a link to this channel. So just a way for you to tailor how your students get to that class. One thing I've seen done is teachers will put a post in the general column with a link, right? So a new conversation, and they might link to the writing channel because that's where they want them to start at this particular time for this day. So that's just a shortcut to get straight to a channel. Moving across, we've covered these in other videos. Files are all class materials. The next menu is called the class notebook. So this uses OneNote, and if I hit this purple expansion arrow right here, I can see the navigational panel. And a lot of help documents are in here for you as a teacher. So if you would like to know how to use this teacher-only space, you expand it, click on using the teacher guide, and it gives you some instructions. So this is not a OneNote video, but there are other videos out there to show you how to explore and how to navigate this. What I wanted to show you in this video, though, is when you expand the class notebook, you can see that you have this teacher-only section, but you also have every student's notebook. So you have access as a teacher to see the work they're doing at any time, regardless if they're sharing it with you or not. These top 2 spaces are collaboration and a library for the documents in the course. I highly recommend that you do not mess with or edit the things that you, the items that are already in here, or the order that these are in, or the names of these things, because it could mess up how Microsoft Teams works. If I just click off of this, that closes the menu and I get back to the arrow. Moving across the top, the assignments. Something that's really cool and robust in Microsoft Teams is the ability to add a rubric to an assignment. So I have this assignment called Chapter Test. This test has been assigned to all the students in my class. If I come into the chapter test, I can come up to the 3 dots in the top right, which are specific for the screen that I'm on, and I can choose Edit Assignment. One of the things that you can do in the assignment is add a rubric. So I've already given the assignment all the details. I've attached some resources, which happens to be a PowerPoint with the actual test in it, and then other details of when it's due and how many points it's worth. If I click on Add Rubric, you can see that I have already added 1 rubric for this test called Vocabulary. I can upload an existing rubric. Maybe you already have a spreadsheet that you've created that you would like to use, or I can create a new one. For today, let's just explore this vocabulary rubric that I already created. I gave it a name and a description, and then as I scroll down, I have a couple of additions that I put in here. So this is all customizable. You can make this as large or as small as you want. I just use the default, and this is very simplistic, but a rubric is a great way to help your kids succeed, right? You're telling them what you're looking for. So I've set this up. Again, I could import it if I wanted to. When I'm done adding to my rubric, as much or as little as I want, I hit attach, and it attaches the rubric. So now it is in the assignment, and the students can see the entire rubric that you just assigned to them. The last thing that I want to just point out in grades, which is pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to make sure that you knew you can export all your grades to Excel. And by clicking this, and it downloads on your computer that Excel spreadsheet, this is the way that you can get those grades back into Skyward. So you would format that downloaded spreadsheet, configure it in the way that the Skyward upload needs it, and now you can put your grades directly into Skyward.